Hello and welcome to NDTV. I'm Ankit Tyagi. There is big development in the protesting doctors scenario of West Bengal. After 41 days, the Kolkata junior doctors have decided to resume work from Saturday, that is 21st September, though they are going to work in very specific areas. Listen to what the doctors said after their 41-day-old protest.
इसका मतलब ये बिल्कुल भी नहीं है कि आंदोलन अभी खत्म हो गया। हम लोग इस आंदोलन को एक नए रूप से आगे ले जाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। हमारा ये अब भी डिमांड है कि प्रिंसिपल सेक्रेटरी को पद से हटाया जाए। इसी के साथ साथ हमारा ये भी डिमांड है कि थ्रेट कल्चर पर कोई किसी कड़े रूप में कोई एक्शन लिया जाए। इसके साथ साथ हम ये भी डिमांड करते हैं कि जो चीजें हमें बोली गई हैं उस पर जल्द से जल्द एक्शन लिया जाए।
A huge controversy over famed Tirupati Laddu Prasad. In a shocking revelation, a lab test has in fact reported that all right, before that, let's go across to my colleague Saurabh, who is joining us with more details on this story. Saurabh, important development there, but it's not that doctors are coming back to full services. Let's just explain to our viewers what this rollback means.
Well, before we get to that, actually, the indications of the doctors calling off the dharna at the Swasthya Bhavan were there since this morning. This morning, there were several fans and, mattresses that were there for the purpose of the dharna were taken back by the decorators. Then, of course, in the afternoon, the doctors had announced that they would go to the flood-affected areas. Remember, West Bengal is also facing a massive flood situation. And the Chief Minister has been visiting these flood-affected areas for the last 2 days. And there, of course, she announced that she wants to open medical camps as well, but there was a challenge as junior doctors had not yet returned to work. So therefore, the junior doctors had announced that they would visit these flood-affected areas and do their work there to help people in distress. So obviously, there were multiple reasons for this protest, at least the dharna being called off, though the doctors have given the call for a Swasthya Bhavan to CGO complex. CGO complex is, of course, the office of the CBI, and they will march from Swasthya Bhavan to the CGO complex tomorrow to keep the pressure on the CBI to deliver justice for the RG victim. Now, obviously, there was, of course, several things that led to the decision, but like you said, this is not the full return to work. They're returning to emergency services. However, parts of their, protest and CeaseWork will continue. But this, of course, is a massive decision because the dharna, which was going on, which had seemed to become the focal point of this protest,
right
now, of course, has been called off. That dharna will no longer take place from tomorrow, and these doctors will be returning to work from Saturday.
Thank you, Saurabh, for joining us with all those details. Now, huge controversy in Andhra Pradesh over the famed Tirupati Laddu Prasad. In a shocking revelation, a lab test report indicates beef tallow, fish oil, was used to make the laddus distributed as prasad at the famous Sri Venkateshwara temple in Tirupati. Now, Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister N. Chandrababu Naidu has hit out at YSRCP, putting the blame for the substandard ingredients and animal fat being used in making of the laddus on them. However, the YSRCP has rejected these claims of the TDP.
TDP versus YSRCP over the Tirupati Laddu Prasad is now blowing up, with a government-accredited food adulteration lab confirming the presence of fish oil and beef tallow in place of ghee. This after Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu accused Jagan Mohan Reddy's government of using animal fat to make the Tirupati Laddu, violating its sanctity.
The YSR party at that time trying to adulterate it and make such utter nonsense of this kind of thing, I think it is very, very disgusting, and we are going to take action. We are not going to leave it like this.
The YSRCP says Naidu has hurt Hindu sentiments by making a statement that they say is untrue.
This is ridiculous. Entire, not only country, entire world, all Hindu devotees are hurt because of these comments. You should take back. These are all baseless and wild comments. If he has any proof, let him come and prove.
Some 3 lakh laddus are made every day in Tirumala, and the Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam buys ghee for the laddus through e-tenders issued every 6 months. Last year, there was a controversy in Karnataka over the state-owned Nandini brand discounting the supply over price issues.
The Chandrababu Naidu government has now shared what it calls as proof that animal fat was indeed present in the cow ghee that was used to make Tirupati laddus during the YSRCP government time. They say the sample was sent to the NDTV lab and it found, in addition to certain vegetable oils, it also had fish oil, beef tallow, palm oil and lard, in addition to olive, soybean, linseed, wheat bean, corn and cottonseed oil, meaning to say that the cow ghee was adulterated and that quality was not maintained. With inputs from Andhra Pradesh, Uma Sudhir, NDTV.
Meanwhile, on a challenge by the YSRCP to to Nara Lokesh, who is the son of the Chief Minister and also a minister in the government in Andhra Pradesh, to take oath in front of the God. Now, Nara Lokesh responded to that challenge. Listen.
నేను ఇక్కడనే ఉన్నా రిపోర్ట్ క్లారిటీ ఇంకేం కావాలి ఆయనకి అంటే ఆయనకి గ్రిప్ లేదా ఈయోగా ఉన్నప్పుడు ఆయన తెలియదా ఏం జరిగిందో
2 days after Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge wrote to Prime Minister Narendra Modi flagging BJP leaders' objectionable remarks against Rahul Gandhi, BJP Chief JP Nadda, instead of the Prime Minister, has responded to Mr. Kharge, listing derogatory terms used by Congress leaders against the Prime Minister. An FIR has been filed against the Union Minister Ravneet Singh Bittu for his remarks against Rahul Gandhi, where he purportedly calls him terrorist number 1.
A clash over political rhetoric between the top guns of the BJP and the Congress, with both JP Nadda and Mallikarjun Kharge shooting off letters to each other over the language being used in politics. The Congress is angry with the BJP over Union Minister Ravneet Bittu's comment calling Rahul Gandhi a number 1 terrorist. An FIR has also been filed against the minister in Bengaluru. In his letter, Congress President Kharge said the language used by Bittu is deeply disturbing. The BJP has hit back, saying that the Congress's outrage is selective and that Rahul Gandhi has abused the PM several times.
हमारे नेता राहुल गांधी को भाजपा के नेता जान से मारने की धमकी दे रहे हैं और प्रधानमंत्री चुप हैं। ये धमकियां कौन दिलवा रहा है? क्या वो दिलवा रहा है जो चुप है? यही हम जानना चाहते हैं। आज जवाब मिल गया।
तू मैं हो रही है, पहली बार नहीं हो रही, राजनीति में होती है, ये राजनीतिक व्यवस्था का हिस्सा है।
But as the political bigwigs spar over political rhetoric, the biggest question is, will these letters actually change the political language on the ground? With Alok Pandey, Bureau Report, NDTV.
Prime Minister Modi held rallies and roadshows in Jammu and Kashmir ahead of the state, polling for the second phase. Now, Prime Minister hit out at the 3 opposition party top families and claimed that they put stones in the hands of the stone pelters. He also said the Congress National Conference Manifesto was being celebrated in Pakistan.
दुनिया की कोई ताकत जम्मू कश्मीर में आर्टिकल 370 की वापसी नहीं करा सकती।
A straight dare to the Congress Party and the National Conference Alliance on Article 370 as Prime Minister hit the campaign trail for the second phase of the Assembly elections in Jammu and Kashmir. Addressing a rally in Srinagar, a roadshow in Jammu's Katra, followed by another rally, the Prime Minister hit out at the 3 political families, Gandhis, Abdullahs and Muftis, blaming them for terrorism, stone pelting and anarchy in Kashmir. In his first election rally in Srinagar after scrapping of the Article 370, Prime Minister Modi asked people if they want the return of shutdowns and violence by voting for dynastic parties.
क्या आप चाहते हैं कि वो पुराने दिन फिर लौटे? क्या आप चाहते हैं कि फिर हड़तालें हो, फिर खून खराबा हो। नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस, पीडीपी और कांग्रेस के पास बताने के लिए काम नहीं, सिर्फ और सिर्फ नाकामियां है, नाकामियां। हमने देश की संसद में कहा है कि जम्मू कश्मीर फिर से स्टेट बनेगा और बीजेपी ही इस कमिटमेंट को पूरा करेगी। मेरी आपसे अपील है, 25 सितंबर को वोटिंग के सारे रिकॉर्ड टूटने चाहिए।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed first election rally in Srinagar and repeatedly targeted dynastic parties, Congress, National Conference and PDP. He said it is the Gandhi, Abdullah and Mufti family who are responsible for the destruction and even militancy, violence, shutdowns in Kashmir.
In Qatar, Prime Minister brought Pakistan back in the electoral discourse by training his guns on the Congress and the National Conference, saying their manifesto is being celebrated in Pakistan.
यहां तो उनको कोई पूछने वाला नहीं है, लेकिन वहां पूछा जा रहा है। पाकिस्तान में कांग्रेस नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस के अलायंस की बल्ले बल्ले हो रही है पाकिस्तान में। इनके घोषणा पत्र से पाकिस्तान बहुत खुश नजर आ रहा है।
The opposition hit back at Prime Minister and blamed the BJP government for the spread of terrorism in Jammu region that was free from militancy even at the peak of terrorism. Former Chief Minister Omar Abdullah said Prime Minister has nothing to showcase except blaming the parties of Jammu and Kashmir.
मैं दावे से कह सकता हूं कि उन्होंने 3 खानदानों की बात की होगी, उन्होंने यहां और तरह की बात की होगी, लेकिन पिछले 5-6 साल जो जम्मू कश्मीर के पूरी तरह से जाया हुए हैं, जो जम्मू में नए सिरे से आतंकवाद देखने को मिल रहा है, जो यहाँ लोगों की नाराजगी है, उससे कोई इनकार नहीं कर सकता।
As campaigning for the second phase intensifies, a day after first phase of polling in Jammu and Kashmir, all parties have deployed their star power to woo the voters. While the BJP has a little foothold in the valley, Prime Minister's rally in Srinagar is a clear message. Party wants to fight for every vote. With Nazir Masoodi, Bureau Report, NDTV. A day after Congress released its manifesto for Haryana with 7 guarantees, today the BJP, in fact, also released their party manifesto. Party President JP Nadda released the 20 promises in Rhetoric. Take a look at both these parties, in fact, promising everything to the voters before the elections.
Another bout in the BJP Congress face-off in Haryana Dangal. This time, it's a war over manifestos. BJP President JP Nadda released the party's manifesto for the state a day after Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge did the honors for his party. Nadda chose to run down the Congress for diluting the concept of manifesto even before he spoke about the BJP Sankalp Patra.
साधारणतः कांग्रेस ने जो रिवायत चलाई उसने मैनिफेस्टो या संकल्प पत्र को लोगों की नजरों में एक डाइल्यूटेड डॉक्यूमेंट बना दी। ये सीरियस डॉक्यूमेंट कैसे बनता है? ये सीरियस डॉक्यूमेंट इस बात से बनता है कि जो कहा था वो किया है, जो नहीं कहा था वो भी करके दिया है, और जो कहेंगे वो पूरा करके देंगे, ये इस बात की गारंटी है। और इसीलिए मैं इस रिपोर्ट कार्ड की बात करता हूं और आपको साफ दिखेगा कि हरियाणा बदला है और फर्क साफ है।
BJP has announced 20 promises ahead of the upcoming Haryana polls, focusing on welfare, employment and infrastructure in the contrast of Congress's 7 guarantees. BJP has guaranteed permanent jobs for ex-Agniveers in its manifesto. From promising Rs 2100 to women under Lado Lakshmi Yojana to gas cylinders at Rs 500, jobs for 50,000 local youth, extended MSP for 24 more crops, free medical treatment worth rupees 10 lakh to every family under Chirayu Ayushman Yojana. Congress alleges BJP's Sankalp Patra is a copy of its 7 guarantees.
तो हमारा कॉपी पेस्ट है, तो हम पहले कर चुके, ये तो इनके तो झूठे वायदे हैं। 2005 का हमारा देखो घोषणा पत्र हमने पूरा अमल में लाए, 2009 का अमल में लाए, इनका 14 का देखो, 19 का देखो, कुछ भी नहीं किया इन्होंने।
While the Congress manifesto missed mentioning Agniveers as well as infrastructure push for Haryana, BJP skimmed over the caste census issue and the contentious old pension scheme. Haryana will vote on October 5 and voters will tell whose promises and guarantees appeal to them. With Mohammad Asim, Bureau Report, NDTV.
Short break, news and updates on the other side. Stay tuned. Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee continued her tour of flood-affected areas as heavy rains, and has doubled down against the central government and the Damodar Corporation over release of more water from the dams upstream in Jharkhand that has led to the flood situation in South Bengal. Mamata Banerjee called this a man-made flood and threatened to cut ties with Damodar Valley Corporation. The BJP has also followed suit, and on cue, Union Minister and State President Sukanta Majumdar rushed to the flood-affected areas.
A BJP versus Trinamool showdown over the flood situation in West Bengal. Yesterday, Mamata Banerjee rushed to the flood-affected areas, and today it was Union Minister and State BJP President Sukanta Majumdar, as Mamata Banerjee continued her visit. This as the BJP alleged there was no inspection of flood preparedness measures by the Chief Minister.
কিন্তু প্রত্যেকবার আমরা দেখি কিছু হয় না, মুখ্যমন্ত্রী মিডিয়াতে বলেন ম্যান মেড, এবছরও বলছেন আগামী বছরও কিছু করবেন না, ম্যান মেড বলছেন। আজকে বাসুরাতে মুখ্যমন্ত্রী এসেছে।
Several districts in West Bengal, especially in the southern parts of the state, have been affected by floods. A deep depression over Gangetic West Bengal led to heavy rain in South Bengal over the weekend and on Monday. Jharkhand also saw heavy rain on Monday, leading to the release of excess water from dams. Mamata Banerjee has now ordered the border with Jharkhand to be sealed as water is entering the national highway. Meanwhile, the protesting doctors in Kolkata have announced they will move to flood-affected areas with Abhaya clinics for medical relief in flood-affected areas, as South Bengal deals with one of its worst floods. This after Mamata Banerjee announced setting of medical camps was a challenge as junior doctors were still away from work. In Kolkata, Saurabh Gupta, NDTV.
Now, paying through credit cards and UPI is slowly becoming a thing of the past as the global fintech industry goes. So does the ease of making payments. Soon, you may not even need your phone or even your card to pay for services and products. But what will you need instead? Take a look at what MasterCard has come up with.
Imagine using your watch to make a payment. Well, that is precisely what MasterCard and Boat, India's leading wearables brand, have joined hands to help you do. Cardholders will be able to tokenize their existing MasterCard debit and credit cards for all supported banks and enable tap and pay functionality on their Boat smartwatches.
So Boat is very proud of this partnership. I think we are the first Indian brand to do tokenization on the card and on the app. The partnership goes a long way in terms of bringing, technology at a price which has not been available to the Indian audience. And I think, contactless payment is going to be the future, where you're talking about buses, metros, coffee shop, right? You don't want to pull out your phone, scan anything. So anything under 5,000, I think this is the way to go. And I think that market will keep growing.
This strategic collaboration aims to democratize contactless payments and extend an unmatched user experience for Indian customers. With this product, MasterCard has yet again shown its commitment for smarter and safer commerce in India.
That's all the time that we have in this edition. News and updates continue here on NDTV. Stay tuned.